When Buddhism was offered to me, I was in a major world of stress.
Imagine being at the height of fame, but behind the scenes your life is falling apart. That's exactly what happened to Tina Turner. After enduring years of abuse, stress, and personal struggle, she found an unexpected lifeline: Buddhism. How did this spiritual practice turn her life around? In today's video, we'll take a deep look at how this ancient practice helped Tina heal, rebuild her life, and ultimately find peace, so make sure to stick around until the end. Tina Turner's early life and career. Born Anna Mae Bullock in Nutbush, Tennessee, on November 26, 1939, Tina Turner had a difficult upbringing. Tina was raised in a little rural village and went through a difficult childhood. She was raised primarily by her grandmother. When her parents divorced when she was a small child, Tina's sense of security was greatly impacted by her parents' separation, particularly her mother's. Tina relocated to St. Louis to live with her mother after her grandmother passed away, but their relationship didn't improve. Tina discovered that she was drawn to music in St. Louis. She started playing in local bars when she was barely 16 years old. It was there that she met Ike Turner, a well-known singer who would have a profound impact on her life. Tina began her career as a backing vocalist for Ike's band, the Kings of Rhythm, but Ike soon named her the lead singer and changed her stage name to Tina Turner when her strong voice distinguished her. The Ike and Tina Turner Revue, which Ike and Tina established together, rose to prominence as one of the most popular musical groups of the 1960s and 1970s. Fans were enthralled by Tina's amazing voice and compelling stage presence during their upbeat and remarkable performances. Among the successes they recorded were River Deep, Mountain High, and Proud Mary. But there was a far darker tale hidden underneath the achievements. In addition to being domineering, Ike also mistreated people physically and psychologically.
And I promised him that I would never leave him. And I actually stayed because of that promise. But then it got to the point where it became really bad, really bad.
Tina put up with the abuse for years, feeling imprisoned by Ike's manipulation and dominance. Subsequently, she expressed her belief that she had no escape route. But in 1976, after years of suffering, Tina bravely decided to leave Ike. With nothing left but her stage identity, she fled her house, her career, and her money. This signaling the start of an arduous and protracted process to reconstruct her life. Discovering Buddhism. Tina had a difficult time moving on from Ike. She was in dire need of money, emotionally spent, and finding it difficult to restart her career. She didn't perform on the large stages like she had with Ike. Instead, she did TV shows and local clubs. Tina first learned about Nichiren Buddhism at this dark time from a close friend.
And then finally someone came, "Why don't you try chanting?" What's chanting? Well, it helps you to remove obstacles.
Tina was hesitant at first. She was unsure about how chanting may benefit her and didn't know much about Buddhism. However, Tina gave it a shot and started reciting the mantra Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, which translates to devotion to the mystic law of cause and effect. This mantra, which is essential to Nichiren Buddhism, expresses the idea that each of us have the ability to alter our situation and bring about good things in life. Tina saw a change in herself when she started chanting every day. She had never felt such inner peace and focus as she did after starting the practice. Though Tina's metamorphosis didn't happen quickly, she gradually began to feel stronger and more in charge of her life. She had found something that gave her peace, something that helped her deal with the challenges she was facing.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Give me the strength and the knowledge to how to go forward and pass this time in my life. And also I moved on to getting to that place inside of me that helps me make right decisions, helps me live a more peaceful and happy life.
Buddhism took on a significant role in Tina's life, giving her the courage to go forward. Chanting, according to her, gave her the impression that she wasn't alone and that a higher power was leading her through difficult moments. Tina began to restore her sense of self-worth, which had been taken from her over the years of abuse, through the practice. Rebuilding her life and career. Tina gradually started to reconstruct her job using the fortitude she acquired from her spiritual practice. It was challenging at first. She had moved out of the spotlight and stopped appearing on major venues. Tina persisted nonetheless. In an effort to reclaim the success she had lost, she put on shows wherever she could. There were numerous obstacles to overcome, and it wasn't simple. The release of her solo album Private Dancer in 1984 was her major breakthrough. A significant turning point in Tina's career was this album. Hits like What's Love Got to Do With It, which earned her first #1 single, where among them, Tina was thrust back into the public eye by the song, which also won several Grammy Awards, including Record of the Year. The album sold millions of copies worldwide and solidified Tina's place as a solo artist.
I tell you something I learned. Charm and harmony can change the negative into the positive. And that's how I changed it, through love and through getting things done, not from power, but just from love.
When Tina first started to experience this sudden fame, most in the music industry believed her career was finished when she was in her 40s. However, Tina disproved everyone. She kept putting out successful albums and touring the globe, selling out arenas wherever she went. Millions of followers worldwide were inspired by her tenacity and resolve. Tina's spiritual practice remained a pillar of support even as her career took off. Despite the tumult around her, Buddhism had offered her a method to rediscover inner peace and concentrate on what really mattered. Tina frequently claimed that chanting provided her the courage and perseverance to carry on during difficult times. The miracle mantra and its meaning. Chanting the mantra Nam Myoho Renge Kyo was one of Tina Turner's most significant spiritual practices. This mantra embodies a strong belief in the law of cause and effect, as well as the capacity for personal growth in each individual. It is more than just a collection of words. Translation of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is devotion to the mystic law of the Lotus Sutra, which is a Buddhist teaching emphasizing the value of life's interconnectedness and transformative power.
The mantra is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. That is the mystical law of the universe, making you be able to manifest the things you want in your life.
Chanting this phrase allowed Tina to access her own inner strength and intelligence. She frequently compared the practice to meditation, saying it helped her focus on making positive changes while yet calming her mind. She felt her energy change from negativity to positivity the longer she chanted. Tina was also able to grasp that she could alter her situation with the use of the mantra. She actively worked to create a better future by her actions and thoughts rather than merely wishing for it. Tina claimed that chanting helped her make judgments that were authentic to herself and offered her clarity. Tina's miracle mantra became her lifeline in her darkest moments. Tina would recite the chant to help her find her center and concentration, whether she was facing difficulties in her personal life or the demands of her job. She was able to find calm despite the chaos by engaging in this technique. How Tina applied Buddhism to her daily life.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And you ring the bell, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And if you do it long enough, you become less stressed.
Buddhism wasn't something Tina practiced occasionally. It became a regular feature of her day. Tina made time for chanting whenever she could, whether she was traveling, on tour, or at home. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo was her morning chant, a positive beginning to her day, no matter what was ahead. Tina thought that this regular exercise was essential to keeping her equilibrium and concentration, even when life became too much to handle. Buddhism was a way of life for Tina, not merely a practice of chanting. From her relationships to her job, she integrated the principles of Nichiren Buddhism into every aspect of her life. She discovered how to let go of bitterness and wrath in order to concentrate on compassion and thankfulness. Tina claimed that Buddhism assisted her in finding forgiveness, both for herself and for others, and in healing past hurts.
Well, that's what the practice does for me. It helps me not to be upset easily. It helps me to deal with situations on a different level because I think differently about it. I don't get upset as easily Yes, I still get upset because I'm only human.
Later on, Tina communicated to her admirers about her Buddhist practice and even wrote a book called Happiness Becomes You, in which she described how Buddhism gave her inner peace and contentment. She urged people to investigate the technique and experience for themselves the chanting's transformational impact. Tina adhered to the teachings of Buddhism and continued to practice it even after she became older and left the theater. The life of Tina Turner demonstrates to us that change is always possible, even in the face of insurmountable obstacles. Buddhism may provide strength and serenity to anybody who seeks it, as it did for Tina. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more stories of inspiration. And remember, you have the power to transform your life from within. See you in the next video.